step out of the norm, and I think that I'm always surprised to hear the musicality in Kendrick's music and how he really breaks certain things down with cadences, delivery, and some of the songs are just really crazy, like Cartoons and Cereal, like
I mean,
the
too, even
deliveries
for
are-
me, I remember, I was on Kendrick, and RIP to my boy Giovanni. He was the first person I remember, and when this was 2010, I think it was like Section 80.
Okay, yeah,
Like old Kendrick.
yeah,
There.
yeah.
Oh, there we go. We just got my video guy. He was the first rapper to win a Pulitzer Prize.
That's right. That's
So
what I'm
there
saying.
hasn't been anybody else.
Exactly. The Pulitzer is literally
For
one of
authors.
the most coveted
Writing.
writing awards that you can ever receive. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it blew my mind. It blew
Yeah.
my mind. So yeah, Kendrick's got to round out that list for me. So as you can see, just going through them, it's they're from different eras. They have all completely different styles, and I think that that's what kind of sums it up for me as an artist. And when people listen to my music, you can listen to one EP and be like, wow, this is a crazy sound. Listen to The Dark
You got
Behind My
bars,
Eyes.
though, bro. You be
Thank
going
you,
off.
sir.
You got
Thank
some
you.
bars.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So when you listen to my music, you can kind of hear some of these elements. Not that I sound like these people, but you can feel some of these elements where I'm really digging deep into myself and speaking about
That's
personal
exactly
things.
what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah.
I actually, I'm working on a track of a show called "Want to Know," and it's got a nice little hook. It's like, "I don't want to know," So I'm trying to find I'm trying to find that like kind of more harmonic,
Right.
more like you're deep, diving in deep into a world that you almost like. For me, I don't like therapy. I refuse to talk to a therapist. But for me, it brings too much out. But when I do the music, I talk about the same things. I don't want to cry. I feel better.
Right.
So that's why I'm
Crying good for you though, by the way.
sometimes
Ain't
it is.
nothing- ain't
but-
nothing wrong with crying.
Hey, it ain't wrong to cry. But for me though, it's like that helps me more because with the therapy, it upsets me.
Yeah.
I just get very upset and it triggers.
It's understandable. Yeah, being triggered and rehashing a lot of your
And that's the
traumas,
only
it's
thing
not comfortable at
that's the
all.
only thing that really gets me and has ever gotten me like that. When I say I was triggered, was when I tried it, and then when I got into music after a few months of stepping away from it, I was like, whoa, I don't have someone to give their opinion on it. Like you can get constructive criticism on your music, but it's different. People are trying to uplift you. They're not saying, "Oh, well, this is what you should do better next time," or "This is what you can work on." It's like I feel like it's
I don't know. I've gotten that before.
yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I look at things a little bit differently. But we got a couple more questions, guys. We got a few more minutes here coming in here. We are on the LA Lifestyle Show, a new show every Sunday evening at 6 p.m. with your host PBP.
Yeah.
We out here. We're in Boyle Heights, California. Beautiful East LA. We got LA in the background. We're here in Studio A tonight. It's going to be a really nice week coming up.
Heck yeah.
Like I said too, just a quick reminder: we have our pop-up event at Locals Cafe in the Arts District at 2010 East 7th Street at Locals Cafe from 12 to 4 p.m. It's a free event, everybody.
Hey.
I'm diving into pop-up events. We got a free one. We're gonna have food, full bar. We're gonna have a freestyle competition, open mic. So anybody out there listening that is
Food and drink ain't free, folks.
yeah,
So
that
please,
unfortunately we'll get
the
there.
entry is free.
Yeah, the entry. Yes, clarification.
Yeah, I don't want people to be mad and pull up to the event like,
want-
you said it was free.
Everything was free. Yeah, but we are doing a pop-up. It's a launch party for the new radio show. So if you are down in the Arts District, out down there, and you want to come say hello, you want to meet the host, you want to actually meet Tui, he will be there.
I will.
He's going to be performing.
Yes, sir. I'm going to bring my son, too.
Oh, awesome. Yeah,
My
yeah.
oldest, not my youngest. I'm going to bring the 1-year-old. No.
Oh,
My
okay.
oldest.
Okay. Yeah, bring the newborn, bro. No. But just to get in on these last questions I do have for you, what message or themes do you aim to convey through your hip hop music?
I'm going to say right now, this is the best interview about my music I've ever had in my life. Because I have been waiting for this question for every single interview I've ever had. There are a lot of messages, but the primary ones are definitely anti-systemic when it comes to racism, when it comes to sexism, chauvinism. I do not rock with any of that. I think it's played. I think that people should have evolved by now. I think that people with the quote-unquote old-fashioned mentality is only hindering their growth and their experience in life with other people. I want to exude positivity in my music, but a lot of it, because it comes from a really personal place, a lot of it is very pointed. You know, I don't pull punches, so some of it can be very sharp. I do have a song about sexual assault, and it's a true story. So some of my songs do get really deep. There's a song that I have that I made about a girl, and it was real. It was a real song about how I kind of got my heart broken, but I was kind of grateful that it still happened, you know, type thing. Billy Millie, I think, is a great example. It's an EP that
album cover.
The EP,
yeah, that's wild. That was actually.
You saw that was
oh yeah.
From Billy Madison.
I was checking the socials, bro. Don't get me wrong.
So. Yeah. I don't mean to cut you off, but continuing that response here, the EP Billy Millie is literally what I kind of think is a better embodiment of me as an artist as a whole, because a lot of it is about, you know, basically the teachings that I've received and things that I've learned that I think everyone should know. I have a song called Hopscotch on there, and it's about the overvalued fraud of diamonds and how everybody's like, oh, you need that ice and you gotta get that ice, and it's like, dude, don't put yourself in debt trying to get a
look at J. Cole. That dude rides a bike around New York, and he's got a basic just little.
Yes, sir. Andre 3K, like, just catch him freaking playing the didgeridoo on the bus station somewhere, like
right out in Atlanta or something, right?
You know what I mean? And these people have money, like they have money, but they do not center themselves around the aspect of the portrayal of money. They don't walk around in the Gucci and Louis Vuitton and the look at me spirit, because they're spiritually sound within themselves. They know what they're doing, they know where they're going, and they're at peace with themselves. They don't have to do a lot of the performative activity of, oh, I'm a boss, oh, look at what I got, look at all this money. And most people be faking the funk anyway, you know, renting the cars and shooting the videos and so on and so forth, where they're illustrating like they have it, when in reality they still at their mama house, you know? So I think as a whole, I try to speak my truth and still continue to be true to myself in my music. Of course, you know, I am a hip-hop artist, so there are going to be tracks where I'm just talking that ish, you know what I mean? But that is therapeutic for me in a way as well. You know, sometimes there's a lot of animosity, you know, being a black and queer man in America, that builds up just in my day-to-day. You know what I mean? And
that's you know, that's also it's all the challenges that we have to face, like, you know, not only as, you know, me being a musician, you being a musician, all of us being artists or having some form, we all have these challenges and these struggles, you know, and we're all just trying to be accepted, you know, and you know, well, I guess nowadays it's hard to be nice for most people.
I have a song called Done Being Nice. But yeah.
Hey, that was the one we did for today for the post. I love that. Oh, yeah? I love that track. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
But coming in here, we just got a few more minutes here. I think I think this is a great question. It's kind of a little bit of a military mixed in, one more just with the music and stuff. Yeah. So we're gonna ride out on this question, guys. Right. This was PvP, your host, TuiDaShark.
Yes, sir.
So how do you balance the demands of being both an Army veteran and a hip hop artist? And how has the duality influenced your music, like, with everything?
Well, I don't really feel like there's a lot of demand as an Army veteran. I think that there's a lot of things that, you know, as a veteran is recognized that I served, and, you know, I put the time in. So I get a lot of benefits for being a veteran, especially a disabled veteran. And I think that it overall doesn't really have as much of an effect as my hip-hop life does, because there's a lot more pointed activity when it comes to the genre of hip-hop and just the atmosphere and socializing within it, you know? And I found myself distancing myself from a lot, because there are still things that I disagree with that are kind of embedded in hip-hop culture, you know, things like patriarchy and just, you know, the downing of women. And I was just like, I feel like you don't have to make a song like that to get with it, you know what I mean? But I think there's just so much more behind the scenes that people don't know, and I think that that's what I try to do to my music. I try to elevate and educate, you know. Some songs are going to be more lectures of the professor, and some of them are going to be the ranting radical on the soapbox, you know, but all of it is still me. It's all still 100% me. I don't do no fakeness. I don't have ghostwriters. It's all my lyrics. and it all comes from a real place.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I just want to touch really quick. I think a really important person. Are you familiar with Russell right now?
I am.
I think he is bringing hip hop back.
Yes, sir.
To where it needs to be.
Shout out Russell though.
No, man, the pergola. Yoo-hoo. We out here. We different. Russell, man, he's doing a great thing. I think Russ is also another. He was more independent, like he was kind of doing his thing, but I mean,
I think Russ was great for the independent track.
There was a few hand things, obviously Tech 9 being the pioneer of independent rappers.
That dude,
I've been listening to Tech for like since 2001.
Yeah.
And it's just it's music is different, obviously.
It really is. Yeah.
But anyhow, moral of it is we're out here, guys. LA lifestyle. We're gonna be wrapping up here, doing our thing. Just want to remind you that we're out here on KQBH LP in Los Angeles, California, on 101.5 FM, a community service of Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your dial and streaming on lpfm.la. And the last thing we'll touch on today is just getting Tui's social media. And where are you at? Instagram, is it all the same across? Like, where can people find you if they want to book you for shows, features on tracks? Like, where can we find you at, man?
All right, I try and keep everything pretty unified. So TuiDaShark on everything, TUI.DA.SHARK on Instagram. I'm trying to get the TikTok thing going because my wife keep bothering me about it.
TikTok,
I
got mixed emotions about that. But
me
that's
too,
that's
dog.
another conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation. I mean, that's why I've kind of been dragging my feet. But on TikTok, it's at JustTui, JUSTUI. My email for business inquiries is TuiDaShark@gmail.com. I have my own website, TuiDaShark.com. Check me out. And also, you can ask Siri about me. Just tell Siri to play TuiDaShark. I'm on all streaming services. Or where?